AFTV, DT. I don't know where to start. Poor performance. Just looking at the stats, that's 11 games played now in the Premier League this season. So we can no longer look at it and say, it's only been a few games. 11 games, 6 defeats, 4 victories, 1 draw. It's simply not good enough for a club like Arsenal. And today, I know we had a little bit of a tiff in there, but you've got to say about this, because I was saying that you have to agree with what some people are saying. It was a bit of a Mourinho masterclass. You know what I mean? He sat quite deep. They didn't really go for it. They just sat in there and waited for the counter-attack. And when they got those counter-attacking opportunities, they were devastating. And then they defended, you have to admit, very, very well. And they deserved the win.
We knew
What's gone wrong with Arsenal?
First and foremost, we knew that was going to happen. We fell into the trap. And the players that are simply not good enough for this football club are the ones that let you down on a consistent basis over and over and over again. And where I will criticise Mikel Arteta, I'm still back him, don't get me on that, and I will talk about that and discuss it till I'm blue in the face. But where I will criticise is you're picking players that are simply not good enough. Hector Bellerin, simply not good enough. We have had a problem at this football club since the last 3 to 4 years of Arsene Wenger's reign. The problem was still there under Unai Emery, and the problem is still there now. Mm-hmm. The players that are not performing are the players that were here under Wenger, under Emery, under Arteta. Hector Bellerin, Granit Xhaka. 2 players that stood out today were dreadful. I normally stick up for Granit. Can't stick up for him. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. Hector. That guy has the cheek to turn around and criticise fans like me for voicing my opinion and saying I'm not a real fan. You're not a fucking real footballer. Sorry, this guy can't even take a throw. Yeah? I can go and watch under 7s, under 6, under 8s, under 9s, any kids' football, and I will see them take throw-ins. We're not talking once, Robbie. How many times this season? I think 4 or 5 times. And he goes, I've always done it like that. Well, you've always done it wrong then, haven't you?
I mean, it is baffling to see a professional footballer, maybe a one-off one. I mean,
It's every time. And it's not just about throw-ins. It's about his delivery, his positioning, his all-round game. He does not have a football brain. Yeah?
Do you blame him for the goals today?
Yeah, I do. Of course, right, first and foremost.
What goal do you blame him for?
First and foremost, yeah? First goal.
It seems like an easy target. I mean...
It's not an easy... Listen.
No, but what are you blaming it...
Will you let me talk and then I'll tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
Right, first goal. It's all about positioning, yeah? First thing he does, ball watch. This is where you don't have a football brain. He knows that midfield area, even with the centre defenders that are coming out, are going to cover that position. What he must always be wary of is who's running behind him. As a last man, as the right back, you watch what's behind you. He gets attracted to the ball. Son literally runs behind him. It is so easy.
No.
Son was behind him, and within the blink of an eye, he's past him.
Yeah, he's making a recovery run.
No. Bellerin has been attracted inside, right? To where Kane is going with the ball. Kane then just goes, pop, straight down that channel. Because Hector's gone in, and then at the last minute, as Harry Kane's about to play it, he's gone, watch it, and he looks, and he realises, oh no. And then he has to run and try and recover. No, it's not easy. It's simple.
It's a brilliant goal, isn't it?
No, I'm not. Listen, Robbie. I'm not taking away the finish. But it should never have even got to that position if he was watching his man. Son would not have had the space. He would never have received the ball. It's very, very basic stuff.
Should have been
no.
Back in there and
but they was
that.
already broke past the lines of the midfield. So that's where you pass it on to the centre-backs. The centre-backs would have come out because it's way into the Tottenham half still. But Bellerin has clearly ball watched.
Right.
Watch it again. Second one. It's the Aubameyang is there waiting for the pass and he puts it behind him. They literally break straight from that. Are you telling me? And how many times did he put those crosses in the box? He doesn't beat the first man or he beats everyone. That's it. I'm sorry. He's shit. He is shit. He is
Seems
awful.
like an easy target
No, he's
to
not an
blame.
easy target. That guy, I've told you, has got the fucking cheek to question fans that have an opinion. Fuck off. Absolute bullshit. You've got no right to question fans. No right. I don't care how long ago it is. No, because I'm sorry, Robbie, but this is the guy that sits there and gets paid the money he does and plays the way that he does. You want to question fans, I'll question you. You're shit. Because he's been a part of the Wenger reign, the Emery reign, and now the Arteta reign. He's not scapegoating. He's shit.
You're scapegoating.
He's shit.
Listen, he had a bad game today, right?
He's had a bad game all the time. He's shit.
He had a bad game today, he got taken off, right? Seems to me like you're scapegoating a bit.
No scapegoating.
Let's ask the big question, right? What about the manager? Right? This is a terrible record now, right?
Yeah.
We as you just said, it's his decision to play Bellerin. It's his decision to play Xhaka. It's his decision to leave out Ozil out of the squad. All of these are his decisions.
Well, I don't actually think that's his decision.
Well,
anyway.
He stood up and he said, it's my decision.
All right, well, anyway.
For footballing reasons. That's what he told all of us,
okay,
right?
Anyway.
How much longer do you give him before you turn around and say, he has to go? We can't continue
I understand
with this,
that, but you've got to give him to the end of the season, and he will get to the end of the season. Trust me, he will.
Sure?
Because I'm telling you now, this whole squad needs ripping apart, and it has done since Arsene Wenger days. These are the same, people want to talk about Arsene Wenger so much.
Playing better under Wenger.
Listen. Robbie.
We were playing better under Wenger.
Just like today, we could have 75% possession. We could have so much more shots on goal, but we'd still lose.
When was we ever 15th under Wenger?
No. Listen to me, Robbie.
When was we ever 15th
We were still shit. We were still losing.
Oh, we were shit. When was we 15th under Wenger?
Listen to me. We were still shit. There was still massive problems behind the scenes and on the pitch. Those players are still here. There's still a massive core of this team. There's still a core of this team. Because Hector Bellerin is still a part of this. Rob Holding's not good enough. He's under Arsene Wenger. How many players are from that era? And please, let me explain this, all right? I'm not saying this is Arsene Wenger's fault or anything. It's a combination of everything that we have not ripped this whole squad apart and
you give him...
No, because we need to. We need, Robbie...
Till the end of the season on
Robbie,
the current... Listen.
I get what you're saying. And I understand that we can't continue it to keep going. And I do still believe things will change around. But what I'm trying to say to you is we've got to rip this apart. It needs tearing up. Yeah, and I mean big time.
Is he the right person to rip it apart?
Robbie, let me explain something. You get rid of him. You bring another manager in. I can tell you this right now. Within 9 months to 12 months, you're sitting here saying the same thing about another man. I'm telling you, because what will happen is a manager will come in and for 6 months or so, he will get a bounce off these players and he will get them reacting in a certain way. And then what will happen is that they will turn to shit because they're the same players that have turned to shit under 2 other managers.
Do you trust Arteta?
Yes, I do still trust him. No, I do still trust him, and I've answered that, and I've said that.
No, but the evidence saying... No, hold on, wait.
No.
You just stood there and you had a big go at Hector Bellerin, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And I said that's where I will criticise Arteta. I've said that I will criticise Arteta for playing him.
Look at the record.
I've said that.
Look at this
but
record.
I do still trust him.
This record is horrific.
I understand that, but I still trust him. But what I'm saying is that
why do you
because I've seen what he can get out of players. But now what you're seeing should we go to last season and what he got?
No,
but what I'm saying
is
all the old frailties that have been problems for years and years and years and years under other people are now starting to come out. So you've got to get the rotten core out. That's the problem.
You could argue, right? Let me just say this. You could argue this here. A lot of people are arguing this. He's got a better team than Emery. And we're performing worse.
No, look. What happened under Emery? He got a good start. In the same kind.
15th.
But listen, Robbie, the good start with Emery, 20 odd games I think it was, and then it went boom downhill.
Yep.
Right. Arteta.
And he got sacked.
Arteta, great start, and then it's now going boom downhill.
So that's why I'm asking the question: how much longer do you continue?
And I'll tell you the difference now, because I think the board and everybody have actually looked now and gone, can't keep sacking the manager, can't keep blaming the manager. We've now got to start getting rid. And I know they wanted to get rid of at least 7 or 8 of those players that we've still got in our squad now, but they couldn't. And this is, again, something from the past. Because people like Ivan Gazidis and that put these players on ridiculous wages. So we are to blame for that. Look at it. Look at it, Robbie. You're talking about players that ain't playing. Mesut Ozil, that's from a regime that failed 4 or 5 years ago under Arsene Wenger. Mustafi, Xhaka, Bellerin, Socrates. These are all players that are all part of failed regimes, and it's not going to change.
All right, let me round this up. There's 20 teams in the Premier League. Are you telling me that we're the 15th?
At the minute, yeah.
We're the 15th worst team?
At the minute.
Or has that got anything to do with the manager?
At the minute.
The players that you look in that team, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, Willian, Thomas Partey, Kieran Tierney, Leno, Gabriel. We're the 15th worst team.
The table don't lie, and that's where we are.
We've got, so our players are that bad that we should be 15th.
At the end of the day, Gabriel's probably been our best player this season.
As a manager, not got something to answer for. Serious
The
questions.
manager will have certain things to answer
Would
for.
Would he survive at some of the other big clubs? Would he survive with
you're looking at it, right? Let's look for an example, yeah, in terms of Manchester United, all right? You've got half a fan base that want Ollie in and half of them want Ollie out. And he always seems to be teetering on the edge, and then a result turns it the other way. But this is what I'm trying to say to you. The board are unwavering in what they're going to do. They've looked at it since Sir Alex Ferguson's left, and they've gone, we keep chopping manager, keep bringing players in. What we now need is a bit of stability, not listen to what's happening from the outside, take the bumps that go with it, get rid of what he don't want and bring in what he does want, and it will take time. And what I'm saying is that there's a lot of players in this squad, all right? And I'm not talking 1 or 2, I'm talking up to 10 players that are part of a failed regime under Wenger, under Emery, and now Arteta. And I'm not blaming Arsene Wenger. I'm not trying to bring that up or anything like that. I'm just trying to explain that the players that let him down and have let Emery down and Arteta down, they're all the same players. So at what point do you sit there and say, you know what, maybe it is the players and not the manager? Because what you do, Robbie, and I've said it, you sack Arteta tomorrow, and then we get a bounce, everything's all right, and then it goes downhill again. And this is the problem. That's what I'm trying to say. I will blame him for picking players like Hector Bellerin. Maybe Granit Xhaka, his hands are forced in some respects, because even you said with El Neni just coming back from COVID, we don't have many other options apart from maybe Dani Ceballos. All right, so I think in that respect, you can see why he's done it. But over recent weeks, he hasn't been selecting him, which shows that he realises it's not what he wants. You know, Partey very clearly was rushed back when he shouldn't have been. But we can't moan about that as fans because we were begging him to play. So you can't sit there and go, yeah, he has to be back, he has to be back, he has to be back. Then when he gets injured, you go, oh, you rushed him. We all wanted him there. I know. So you can't turn around. So we can't have it both ways in that respect. You can't blame Mikel Arteta for bringing Partey back because we all wanted him back. So you can't have it both ways in that respect. But the one player that I will pick out, single out, and will blame Arteta for picking on a regular basis is Hector Bellerin. And again, I've summed up everything I've got to say. And the final thing I say is he's got a cheek to call out us as fans. I don't care how long ago it is, he's got a cheek when he can't even play football properly, can't even take a throw properly. Focus on yourself and your own game before you question us as fans. Sorry, can't say no more than that. And I'm trying to be polite about it, but that's the best way I know how.
Would you like to earn yourself some extra money this Christmas? Maybe you want to buy a gift for your friend, for your family. Maybe you want to donate some money to charity. Well, why don't you check out Profit Accumulator? So to find out more and to sign up, check the link in the description and get involved right now with Profit Accumulator.